Okay, this is 4427 Peasley with a carport. And then 4425 is directly next door. It's a massive piece of property behind it. Fall is beautiful here. I'll come out here so you can get a visual of what it looks like. Those are railroad tracks across the street. I don't believe there's anything that there are any trains running anymore, but the old depot, of course, is nearby. You can see the foothills in the distance. I'll get another good look here at the front. I'll come back and videotape the front of this here in a minute too. But there's the front of 4425. I'm going to go into 4427 first because there's no power. It truly is just a shell. I'm not convinced that the house is worth saving. Maybe, but oh my gosh, there's a lot to do. Not sure about the foundation. You can kind of get a look here. It doesn't look like it's much, so I would I'm not positive about the access points here to see if there's any way to get under this house. The roof, of course, you can see is pretty well gone on this one. That's a classic car. Needs a lot of work, but it's an oldie. Okay, let's take a peek inside here. Again, there's no power in here. This truly is just a shell. The whole thing needs redone. That looks like a gas wall furnace right in the middle of the house. The whole house has a funny odor. It almost smells like smoke and paint, chemicals. It has a really weird, really weird odor. But it does have a, I'm not super sensitive to smells, but it does smell like smoke to me. But I don't see any sign of fire. But who knows? There is literally just a shell here. See all those chemicals? Those are paints and things like that. Okay, here's a plumbing access point here. These are just things that are stacked in here against the walls. Everything's pretty well torn out all the way up into the rafters. You can see all the way up to the rafters here. Okay, so again, this is just a shell. Plastic on the wall. Okay, then this is an old door. There is a small step here. Looks like this may have been the laundry hookups. Interestingly enough, look at the holes in the wall here. There may have been some kind of ducting that ran through the wall here. Holes up here in the ceiling as well. Not sure what this room for. Check out this old plastic tile. Oh my gosh. This is really vintage. A bunch of old doors, miscellaneous parts here. Again, it would take an awful lot of money to rehab this house. It's possible, but it would take a lot. Okay, and this is the last room in here. Essentially, there are no real room differences. It looks like, see, there's a chimney, probably was a wood stove, and then again, that's where the holes are punched in the wall. All right, let's turn around and get a visual here. That looks like an old shake, like that was the exterior of the home at one time. See the shakes there in this room? Okay, I'm looking back across the room. Okay. Walking back. I think that was the bedroom. This again was the laundry, but it looks like it was added on because that's exterior siding here. And walking back out, that you can see the size of the room. This is all one big open area at this point. Okay. All right, so this is the little house that's a shell. Now we'll go over and look in the house next door.